gas up the Jeep, it's good to be free. Load up the pans and fishing poles. The highway is long, the wheels turning round. Pack up the cook stove and the bowls. Arlo and I, we hit the open road. Arlo and I are on the road.
Hey everybody, well, I'm out and about again today, and I thought today that I would try to find some Ocotillo blossoms so I can make some Ocotillo tea. There's Ocotillos all around here. There's one big one right behind me that the flowers aren't quite open. They're just kind of budding, but I'm going to try to get a few of those and see if I can find some that are more open. But really, it's a real simple process. We just need to collect some of the blossoms in a jar, and they have this real sweet nectar, and we'll put them in some water, and then we'll let it sit for a few hours, just like sun tea. So basically we're making an Ocotillo Blossom Sun Tea, which is going to be really delicious. So let's get at it. So here are a few right here of the Ocotillo blossoms. Now these are not quite open yet, but so they won't be as sweet, but we'll see if we can find some of those. So I have a jar right here which I'm filling up with the Ocotillo blossoms, and then we'll just fill this up with water and we'll have some tea. And speaking of tea, right here I have a big Mormon tea plant. That's right here. That's called Mormon tea, type of ephedra, and that makes a great stimulating tea, which I do have a video on that I did a while back. So if you're interested in that, kind of scroll back and you'll find a video on Mormon tea. But I want to see if I can find some more Ocotillo blossoms that are opened up and that I could reach. So I'm not too far from a road, so you can hear the vehicle noise behind me. Lots of cars going by, also the airplanes flying over, so that's just part of being near civilization here. But hopefully we can find what we're looking for. I have my jar here of the blossoms I'm starting to collect here. I see some over here. Look like they may be a little bit more open. Right here up on the hill. This is one of my favorite desert flowers, just because it's so orange and so beautiful. That's called a globe mallow, and it's this time of year they're all over the place. Look at that. Very pretty flowers. We're just kind of walking along this little wash here. If you're not familiar with the Ocotillo plant, it is kind of spiky. And has these really tall branches with these tiny little leaves on there, and then these spikes, and then the flower at the end. Now this time of year, when we've had rain and all that, we have leaves all over these plants. Once again, see all the small leaves all along there. And then later in the summer, when it gets really hot, all those leaves drop off, and they just look sort of like spiny sticks that's sticking up in the ground. And actually, people would in the past have used them to make like a fence row. They would plant them all along in a straight line, and they're so spiky, you know, that they would keep people and the critters out. So they make a great, you know, like a fence row. Wow, look at the colors. That hedgehog cactus. By this Ocotillo. So I'm back from the desert, and I have my jar filled with my Ocotillo blossoms. Now I put them in a larger jar than I had out there, but I was able to collect. I have some of these sort of unopened Ocotillo blossoms, and these will be more tart in flavor. And I have a bunch of these opened up Ocotillo blossoms, and these are definitely going to be very sweet in flavor because of the nectar in there, but I have a combination of both. So we're really just going to make a sun tea with this. Now you can take this and just put water in it and put it in the sun, and it'll make a delicious sort of Ocotillo blossom flavored sun tea. I'm going to, as well as do that, I'm going to add a couple of green tea bags in there. So I'm going to make a Ocotillo blossom scented green tea really with this. So we're just going to fill this up with cool water and put it in the sun, and that's it. All right, that's it. We're just going to let this, look at how pretty that looks though. So I'm just going to let this sit in the sun for a few hours, just like you would regular sun tea, and then we're done. I can't wait to try this. Well, it's the next day, and I had our sun tea brewing in the sun yesterday afternoon, and then I brought it in this morning actually, and I put it in the fridge. So then I strained it out, and this is what we have left. So you remember I had this filled with those beautiful Ocotillo blossoms, and then I put in a couple of green tea bags. So some of the color is from the green tea and some of it is from the blossoms, but looks pretty good. So let's give it a try. I have this little German beer glass. Figured that'd be perfect for this. All right. So right off the bat, it has a green tea aroma, and definitely a much more floral aroma. Let's give it a try. That's actually really good. Like I said, just like the way it smells. It first comes off as a green tea, but it also has this very, very sweet floral kind of a flavor to it, just like it smells. That's really nice. So I'm not one to sweeten my iced tea, so this is actually perfect for me. Has a very, very light kind of flowery sweetness to it. That's really good. I definitely do that again. I think even next time though, I'll probably even put more of the blossoms in there to get more of that floral flavor, although you can really taste it in this drink. Yeah, that's really refreshing, and I'm kind of a iced tea maniac, so I love any kind of iced tea, but this is definitely a little bit different and a nice change of pace, and definitely refreshing on a nice hot day. Well, that was a fun project. If you like this video, please like, please subscribe. That always helps us a lot. And we'll see you in the next one. All right,
It's
bye-bye.
fun to be free. Load up the pans and fishing poles.
Nice little bit of sweetness. And the only thing that I would add is maybe a nice little squeeze of lemon.
Arlo and I on the road.
Ah, perfect. That's really good.